honored guests.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This summer, I attended the World Championship of Public Speaking in Denver. Today, I'm incorporating the evaluations that you gave of my first speech on that subject a couple of months ago into my speech. First of all, though, I would like to introduce the three winning speakers of that competition. They are, we could do this in stereo. First of all, on the left, we have Kwang Yu Yang, the third place winner. His speech was less and more, meaning he wanted to judge less and love more. The second place winner is on the right, Louise Montalvo. Her speech is on the subject, first impressions, meaning first impressions aren't always correct. And the World Championship winner is in the middle, Erin Beverly, who told us an unbelievable story about stealing the groom's shoes. All three speakers exhibited outstanding speaking skills, showed sensitivity for the people that they talked about in their stories, and shared a personal experience with somebody in a demographic outside of their own. The first speaker, Kwang Yu Yang, talked about his interaction with a middle-aged woman on an airplane between his home in Australia and Beijing. As a young man of 21, he decided it was about time that he learned to speak Chinese. And so he signed up for a course in Beijing, got on an airplane, and was on his way. The woman sitting next to him was a middle-aged grandmother. And of course, he had hoped that he could share his time with some hot young woman that maybe he could even date. They arrived at the Beijing airport, walked outside, he looked around, didn't understand a word on any of the signs, had no idea how to get to his Chinese language school, when up walked the middle-aged woman and offered her assistance, which he accepted. She called a taxi, pushed him into it, jumped in behind him, and in an hour and a half, they were right in front of his Chinese language school. He felt embarrassed that he had treated her so poorly along the way, so he apologized to her and thanked her for showing him the way. Second speaker, Louise Montalvo, told us about driving along a highway in southern Texas and seeing a person with long black hair standing beside a stalled car. She assumed that it was a woman, and so she pulled over to help. Her expertise was changing a flat tire in 5 minutes, and so she knew she could take care of that. Well, she walks up to the person, and this person turns around. It is a young man with tattoos all over his body. Scared her to death, but she didn't let on. She walked back to her trunk to pick up her tools and talked to herself along the way, saying, I need to get a grip on this situation. I am going to act strong and confident. So when she went back, she got out her tools, well, she had her tools, but she changed his tire in 4.5 minutes, breaking her own record, right, and helping him out. She felt very good about that. Third speaker, Erin Beverly, our world champion. Bought some Indian wedding clothes, got on a plane and flew to India and participated in his friend's wedding. He wanted to be part of the culture. Prior to his arrival, the bride, she wasn't the wife yet, the bride's friends had stolen the groom's shoes when he had gone into this special place for a special ceremony before the wedding. And so they had control of them. Somehow, I don't remember that Aaron told us, he confiscated those shoes and clasped them to his breast and walked around like this most of the day with the shoes right here so that nobody else could steal them. You might think, this is kind of silly, but there is a point to it. The point is that the groom needs to negotiate with the bride's family in order to establish good relationships between the two families to make sure that they can get along and have fun and a lifetime of love. All three speakers were excellent. They each were members of more than one Toastmasters club. They each had competed in many competitions, and they had learned from both their wins and their losses. I was privileged to be there. And as our Toastmaster mentioned, if you wish to learn more about these speakers, just check out pages 18 to 21 in this issue of Toastmasters. And on page 17, it tells about next year's competition. It's going to be in Paris. Wow. See you there.
Thank you so much for that. And for those of you who caught this speech the first time she gave it, because as part of this project, you give the speech twice.